Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Kick the Glock in with me, it was like a ball with them. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a debit cake. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Try to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick breaks. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Niggas swear he the go, bring him to the butcher. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in they feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glock in with me, it was like a ball with him. We at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers tryna set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Kick the Glock in with me, it was like a ball with him. We at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
Turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed an old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. How you gonna tell me we don't live in hell? My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side?
Yes, I
See
did.
the man reach out to God before he died?
Yes, I did.
I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughters, one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono try to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rap, I'm busy, man. Shit, nigga. They take their head off, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think about how many one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I came to do damage, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit life. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chains. Three shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
La Yashala, which means to Israel. All right. Slakia. All right. I imagine, which needs to stand. All right. All right, I imagine, once again, which means to stand. Upon the hop down, which means to rise and face the east. We are going to get into the prayers, starting off with the Lord's Prayer. All right. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Bakazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Call Yawam, Wasalak Nanawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawak Yanawa, Wala'a, Taba'ah Nawa, Vanasayawan, Abba, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Lakab, Hamlakwa, Wa'ala, Wataparak, La Alamia, Aman. In the English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. The Ka, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shemel Shah, Babakashah, the thunder now, the Ka, La Ba'a, Call Makala, the Call Manawa, Ka, La Tahar, Hamakazari, Ka, La Hakim, Hamathim, the Ka, Arakawat, Hatama Allah, the Garshan, by Shemel Shah, the Walaman, the power in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel. In Hebrew, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Barak Manawa, Wayasha Allah, Wahabayah, Sapari, Barak, Shem Yahweh Shah, the Walaman. In the English, what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless us in Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Aharim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Azaria, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratasa, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yatakat, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makawara, Yashamar, Afkapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Afka, Wabawatka, Mayatha, Wa'ai, Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damiyalaka, Al-Takarach, or Al-Tashakwa, Al-Kayahana, Al-Wadika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Yarayama, Sabbath, Wayatham, Yatazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amaru, Nakawa, Manakakidam, Magoya, Wala'aya Zakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawatazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Auyaka, Variath, Yakarakwa, Ahoya, Adawam Yashamai, Tilaki, Adawam, Wayashamai Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wagaria, Kabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashak, Amyashabia, Tazabor, Gam Ashabor, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarwai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasiyat Sara'ah, Kiyabia, Banakor, Kuyashwan, Nashamatwa, Bayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Naman, La'arama, Shathamba, Nada Yabawa, Kaira, Wakazabak, Wakazabak, Wakazazor Mana, Karnasia Koma, Ashur, Amara, Narasha, Manawa, Af, Naawa, Alahayim, Alahayat, Shathoma, Kabogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Ravaka, Kaash, the Baria Ira, Wa Kalaba, Dalahat, Hori, Khan, Darkatma, Basarika, Wapasu Wapaka, Dalahum, Mala'a, Panyahum, Kualawan, Wayapakwashua, Shaka, Yahweh, Yabashua, Waya Bahova, Ayai, Waya Kapar, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya Atha, Shaka, Yahweh, Labaka, Ali1, Al Kaharakasa. Psalm 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off for being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also joined with them. They have hope in their children flock, Salah, doing to them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth, make the nobles like Harid, and like Zeb, yea, are the princes as Sabbath, and as Muna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession, O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded in trouble forever, yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right. All right. Salah. All right. IHBK power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and instruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and instruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force the rich to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and instruction to the Edomites and the nations and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nations, skinheads, Cosmic Kamatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, works of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague hit the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. All right. Sar, which means to turn. Okay. All right, Yeshabium, which means to be seated, all right? All right. All right, here we go. All right, well, first things first, I want to say shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar. Allah Hashem Yahushua to the sisters. All right. This is the Israelite School of UPK, or otherwise Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commander General Yohana. Of course, I am priest and officer 5000, Maccabea, out of Minnesota. Twin Cities. Also, too, if you are in the area of North Dakota or South Dakota, you can contact Minnesota or any nearby city, all right? Whether it be Minnesota or Milwaukee, okay, or Wisconsin, so to speak. All right, as you know, every Saturday we have what is called the Sabbath service, otherwise known as Shabbat, which simply means, rest. So Sabbath typically starts, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, all right? So, of course, in UPK, it can be, our service can be between Friday or Saturday. In Minnesota, as of this moment, we are doing it on Saturdays, which is, convenient, all right? And, however, if you have any questions or concerns about, the custom and the spirit of this day, that we, do every single week, make sure you type it into the chat, all right? However, we are going to dive into Leviticus, the 25th chapter, all the way to the 26th chapter, all right? And as you know, we are reading all these scriptures to get into, the Bible and break it down, because this Bible applies to only God's chosen people, who are going to be 12 tribes, which are so-called Black Hispanics and Native Indians, all right? So, let's get to it, all right? Let's not waste any time. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, you could definitely type it into the chat. We do like questions, and we do answer all questions, all right? Let's see here. And it can be on topic or off topic. It doesn't really matter. And how we do the Sabbath service, we go into the actual ancient Hebrew. The reason why we go into the actual Hebrew is because that's the language of the Jews, not the Jewish, but the Jews who are Black, Latino, and North American Indians. All right, that is our native tongue. It's not going to be English. It's not going to be Spanish. It's not going to be patois, so on and so forth. All right, the only reason why we speak this language is because of the captivity that we are in. All right. And so because we are scattered all over the earth, we may speak different languages and have different so-called cultures, but really we adopted other cultures based on the oppression that we are under or have been under in the past. All right. So let's get right to it. Let me see, where are we? Let me get there myself, get into the Hebrew. So how we like to do it is we go into the Hebrew first with seven verses. So we are reading 49 scriptures, right? With 7 verses at a time. So 7 in the Hebrew, and then we translate it into the English. With any language that you are going into that no one else might not understand, you have to translate it, all right? When you're speaking in a different tongue, like in the Christian church, I always mention this, right? Almost every Saturday, but I always have to reiterate this. In the Christian church, they speak a whole lot of nonsense and gibberish, and they say that they're speaking in tongues. Well, if that is true, then you have to translate what you are saying. But a lot of times, they are simply making things up, and they are what you would call being possessed by a demon, okay? There is definitely a spirit in the church, and it is not of the Most High whatsoever. All right, that place, that Christian church that you go to, whether it be on a Sunday or Monday, Tuesday, whatever the day is, because some people have weekly top times and days that they go to church besides Sundays, right? But however, the fact of the matter is, these churches are not teaching you the truth, and the Most High Spirit does not dwell there. Especially with all the constant, homosexuality that's in the church, which is against the Most High, the constant sexual assault that happens amongst children and adults, the constant adultery and fornication, the Most High is not dwelling in these churches at all. The constant thievery and covetousness that's happening, the Most High is not there. All right, I pray you understand. All right, so let's get to it. I digress. Let me see. So we are going to start off in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 11. And let me look at one more thing here. Slide, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. 11, okay. All right. All right, let's get it. Verse 11. So Leviticus chapter 25, verse 11. Yahweh Hawa'ah, Shanath, Hakamashim, Shana, Tahaya, Lakam, La'ah, Tazariah, Wala'ah, Taquatazarawa, Ath, Sapayakia, Wala'ah, Tabatazarwa, Ath, Salakia, Nazariah, verse 12, Kaya, Yawabal, Hawa'ah, Kodash, Tahaya, Lakam, Man, Hashadah, Ta'akawa, Ath, Tabawa'ath, verse 13, Vashanath, Hayawabal, Salak, yeah. Hawayabal, Haza'ath, Bashabwa, Ayash, Al, Hakazathwa, verse 14, Wakaya, Thamakarwa, Mamakar, La'aimathak, Awa, Quana, Mayad, Amiyathak, Al, Tawanawa, Ayash, Ath, Akya, verse 15, Bamasapar, Shanyam, Akar, Hayawabal, Takwana, Ma'ath, Amayathak, Bamasapar, Shanya, Tabawa'ath, Makar, Lak, verse 16, Lapya, Ra, Hashanyam, Tarabah, Makwanawa, Walapya, Ma'ait, Hashanyam, the Mayat, Salakin, Mayat, Tamayat, Salakin, Tamayat, Makwanathwa, Kaya, Masapar, Tabawa'ath, Hawa'ah, Makar, Lak, verse 17, last verse, Wala'ah, Tawanawa, Ayash, Ath, Amayathwa, Wayara'ath, Malahayak, Kaya, Anya, Yahweh, Alhayakam, and that's it on that part. Clap it up. All right, so that's 7 verses in the Hebrew. Let's go ahead and get to it. This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 11. So before I start, right, this is pretty much this entire chapter is going to go into, I guess the word is going to be about the redemption of the land. And what that simply means. So, like, for example, right? You know how, once again, every week there's something called the Sabbath, right? And we have what is called the Sabbath service, which is today. So a Sabbath, simply, the purpose of the Sabbath is for rest, okay? Rest, not rest meaning in the sense of sleep. Now, if you want to sleep on the Sabbath, that's up to you. But understand that the Sabbath is made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So the Sabbath is for you and what you want to do, all right? Now, contrary to what everyone else would believe or say, there are people out there who say that on the Sabbath day you cannot, you can't kindle a fire, you can't enjoy yourself, you can't go outside, you can't go to the movies, you can't turn on your lights or your stove. They are misinterpreting the scriptures. It talks about work. You cannot do any type of, like for example, if you have a business, all right? If you have a business and you have employees for your business is supposed to be closed down, right? So you know how you clock in for that 9 to 5, right? Now, that's not your business. That's someone else's business, okay? You are just an employee. So you are not going to get in trouble if you have to slave on a Saturday. Like, I just left my job, all right? We call it a slavery because that's really what it is, all right? So I just left my slave and came straight here. Now, am I in sin because I worked on, I worked today on the Sabbath? Absolutely not. Because we are in oppression, we are in hell, okay? So it will fall on the oppressor, not you. However, if you as an Israelite, because understand that these scriptures only pertain to Israel. So if you have a business where you employ people, you cannot buy or sell on the Sabbath. Your employees and yourself, take a break, take a day off, okay? Take this day off, take this time off. All right. So, like, give me 1 second there. What's going on? Yeah, you go to see Sabbath? No? Okay. All right. Oh, so, like, do you mind locking the door? The what? The water. So yeah, I was gonna say, if you want some water or something, you got some in the fridge. All right, no sweat. So yeah, that's the purpose of the Sabbath. All right, just for that reason. So again, if you have a business and you employ people, you cannot buy or sell, or just do any type of work on this day. All right, but however, if you want to go to the movies, if you want to cook, turn on all the goddamn lights in the house. That's something that you can do, all right? Do not listen to these other people, these other Israelites who do not know the Bible, all right? So, all right, moving on. All right, so let's get it. So this is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 11. A jubilee shall that 15th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed. Salaki, can you read for me?
No sweat.
Come. I got a Bible right there unless you want your phone. Yeah, Salaki, I got one right there.
I have my phone. We can do it.
Yeah.
Tell me what scripture you want me to go to.
We are in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 11. Yeah. And then also, too, if you want to chime in, you got it.
No sweat.
Yeah, chapter 25, verse 11.
Let me get closer to this mic. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that's what.
So you hear me
Yeah.
better. Leviticus 25 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
A Jubile shall that Salakia. A Jubile shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed.
Mm-hmm. You keep going.
All right.
Oh, it's like, I believe it's
We're doing the whole chapter.
No.
Jubilee, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, you saying something?
We're doing the whole chapter.
Yeah. All
so-
the way to so it'll be chapter 25 and 11 all the way through chapter 26 verse 4. Yeah.
Okay, just remind me.
No, I got you.
They tell me to punch it. You got it.
Okay, that's what. You got it done. Next verse.
12. For it is the Jubilee, Salakia, it shall be holy unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field. In the year of the Jubilee, ye shall return every man unto his possession.
Uh-huh.
And if thou sell out unto thy neighbor or buyest out of thy neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another.
You're right. So now, if no one understands what the Jubilee is, right? So just like anything, like how I mentioned, everything must have its time to rest, right? So if you understand, like for example, we in Minnesota, we are going into very shortly, we are going into the season of winter, where everything is dead. Okay, where everything is dead. But however, when the spring comes, everything's gonna grow. Okay, like everything has its time in the season. And when it comes to you having a harvest and having crops, which I understand, like a lot of Israelites are, they go into what is called husbandry, which means to just be a farmer, to till the land and things of that sort, because that's how we ate. That's how we, live, which is off of our land. Now today, we live off of, we have to live off of the food stamps, live off of the, the grocery stores, the government, and things of that sort, because we don't have land. All right. So, however, with this, we have to give the land even rest itself, because you're constantly working, this land through all the seasons just to get some food out of it. So with the Jubilee, with the 50th year, because it's going to mention seven Sabbaths, all right, if it already hasn't. So you got to give the land some rest in order to, rejuvenate. All right, keep going. I believe 14. Yeah.
14. And if thou sell out unto thy neighbor or buyest out from thy neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another.
Now, this scripture is very important because this is right on time. Because we are, I believe, 38 or 39 days until the government shutdown. And if you have not seen on the news or seen in person what has been going on, yeah, everybody's oppressed because those food stamps have been shut off. But what's so funny about this? Black people are the face of food stamps because of the oppressor. But however, the real true face that we are starting to see, or everybody else is starting to see, is white people. White people are number one with the fraud of food stamps. They just showed on the news just recently how fraud was being conducted with the food stamps, the EBT, and who faces plaster all over the place. It's going to be white people. But however, somehow, some way, black people are still to blame. Just like we was blamed back in September 10th with the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, when his own people unalived him. Like any way possible that the oppressor can try to find a way to oppress you or blame you, they will. But in this day and time, the ISUBK, we have food drives. And our food drives have never stopped.
That's right.
Commander General Yohana did say some time ago that those food stamps will dry up. But however, we would not be worried or afraid, because we have food drives every single week. All right. When the government shuts down, the UPK always stays open. Look at us during the government, not the government shutdown. What was it? The pandemic. Everything was running, just like clockwork, like a machine, as we are. Nothing changed when things in the world change. The ISUPK is always operating, always there for the people when we are needed. Come on, man.
And if I could,
go ahead.
I want to say the 14 was so powerful and important.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're bringing out is so important because in these last days and times, we're going to be suffering so bad and want and need of all things that there's going to be so many of these Christian Negro gurus who pop out with all of they seminars and all of they different scams and all of they different programs
courses and
classes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking for. That they're gonna want to push on you and try to steal from you. Don't be like the filthy heathens in the world that want to take advantage of Black, Hispanic, and Latino people when they're down and out and they don't have anything. Don't be like them when the time comes for you to use the skills and the things that God has added unto you to be able to help you provide for your people. This is why it's so hard when it says you shall not oppress one another. Don't use your wisdom. You know, like these gurus do. They got all this information about taxes, all this information about funds and companies and everything. But instead of them being able to give it back to the leaders in the Black community, what they're doing is they're extorting Black, Hispanic, and Native American people for their information. When it comes time to get this food and this water, and y'all brothers over there with this 40-acre that and 50-acre that, you know, don't oppress your people when it comes time to give them water, when it comes time to give them food, and when it comes to give them shelter or a place of refuge. So
I give them that. That's really right. I agree. And the water, because that's the last one I was definitely going to get to, because once again, when times get hard, you know, oppression is right there.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Now one thing about Black people, though, with what I have been seeing so far is that we are adjusting and understand that when you really think about it, Black and Hispanic and Native Indians don't truly need food stamps.
Right.
Because nothing has changed as far as us. Like the only people I've seen complain or who are struggling right now are white people. And I work at a grocery store. And all the customers that are coming in with issues and problems are the white people about the food stamps. Like they are losing their mind. Now Captain Tazaria has said that it's going to come a time where these people just might unalive themselves. Because when things get too rough and too hard for the oppressor, he does the worst. He thinks the worst. And he is either going to commit crime or unalive himself. And that's happening right now. We are seeing it play out. But however, Black and Hispanic people are adjusting to what's happening. When things get too hard for us, we try to find a way around it. You can't tell me that this Bible is not real and does not reflect the times of today, yesterday, and tomorrow. All right?
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
What he was saying was so powerful because he was saying we don't need food stamps. The truth is, we don't need food stamps. The truth is, we need Yahweh, and we need each other. We need these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we need to come back together. Because as long as we're together, we don't need no food stamps. We don't need no Section 8. Because we can provide for one another. God has put us in a place, Yahweh has put us in a place where we got everything that we need to be able to survive if we join ourselves together.
That's right.
Joining ourselves together at this point, we don't need no food stamps. We don't need nothing. Of course, there's always going to be Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that need food, or need shelter, or need help. But that's not what this brother's saying. We're not saying that there ain't Black people in need.
Right.
This brother right here is bringing out a powerful point that we need each other. And as long as we got each other and these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, we ain't nothing we can't do, man.
No,
that's
right. No, I appreciate that. No, slap it up.
They better be listening to what you bringing down, man.
Right. No, water. So we left off on 14. Can we get 15 all the way to 17? Then I'll jump back to the Hebrew.
15. According to the number of the years after the Jubilee, thou shalt buy of thy neighbor, and according to the numbers of years of the fruits, ye shall sell unto thee. 16. According to the multitude of years, thou shalt increase thy price thereof, and according to the fewness of years, thou shalt diminish the price of it. For according to the number of the years of the fruits doth he sell unto thee.
Right. Also, too, I believe this is the same chapter that's going to go into usury. And one thing about Israelites, you cannot do usury amongst each other. All right. Like, for example, like if you own a debit card or better yet, a credit card, they have something called an APR, which they are going to charge you interest on that money. You know what I mean? Which is usury, and because of the oppressor, Usury is something that he uses great for his advantage. But however, as Israelites, we cannot do usury amongst each other. And it says right here in 16, thou shalt diminish the price of it. Ain't no wrong with a little bit of discount. You know what I mean? All the brothers and sisters in the UPK, I'm talking about having discounts and sales on they products all the time for all of Israel. 25% off, 50% off. You know what I mean? 10% off. Like, that is something that's within our culture that we do. We don't try to upcharge and try to get over on each other. Now, especially in these times when, what is it called? The economy. You know what I mean? The economy and inflation, that's the word I'm looking for. Inflation is a real ass thing, man. It's very much real. If you look at strawberries today, you're down to paying $10 for strawberries that's about to mold tomorrow. When strawberries used to be between $4 to $5 for a good, nice size container. Now it's damn near $10. Like, we need each other in these times. We don't need the oppressor or the government. To hell with them.
And if I can chime in, I was going to say what you brought out is deep because the inflation is something that we can't get away from in this dungeon of a country that we're in, because the way they have the economic system set up is that every dollar is backing another dollar. So with that being said, every dollar they got that's going out is another $2 coming in. Yes. And what I mean by coming in, I mean coming back into the system, coming back into the circuit. So with that being said, there's no such thing as stopping the inflation. The only thing that they can do is slow it down or speed it up. By whether they're going to give some money from the Federal Reserve to these banks or they not going to lend them any money. And whether the banks is going to lend money out to the people or they not going to lend the money out to the people. So the inflation is an indefinite thing because they haven't changed the system. The system has been the same. So it's going to continue to be inflation. Right. So it ain't never getting better in their system. Oh, no. That's why our system's so much better. Right. Because we can bring it up, bring it down, and do what we need to do to make sure that brothers and sisters got what they need. And their system is constantly going up. Right. The poor is constantly staying poor. The rich is constantly staying richer. Right. I'm glad you said that too, because that's another point that I should mention when it comes with this whole government shutdown. A lot of people need to understand that the reason why the government shutdown has not, came to a resolution is simply because of greed. Just like the same thing with COVID. Like I compare the government shutdown to the pandemic because we had a shutdown during that time, but it was damn near as long as this almost. I believe it was like 31 days or something like that during the pandemic, right? But this is like 37, 38 days right now. But one thing, like the government was complaining about how much money, as far as the stimulus check, that they was going to give families, when this place called America has more than enough money to make everybody comfortable. If you wanted to sit on your ass and not work, America has enough money to solve that problem of homelessness, of hunger, and for you to be in the house comfortably without having to work 2 to 3 jobs. Like they literally proved this during the whole pandemic. And they talking about, we don't know, we don't really have the money, we're in debt and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, when it comes time to get more money, they go into the pockets of the poor when you really ain't got no goddamn pockets. You have nothing. Instead of tapping into the resources of the rich, they go to the poor. Just like how Punayala just said, the poor gets poor and the richer get rich. That's their game. You can't tell me that the oppressor is not the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, so like we keep going on that. What we do 16?
17.
17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God.
Right, and that's self-explanatory, man. You shall not therefore oppress one another. Thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God. And once again, we should not oppress each other. We are already oppressed. What does it benefit you as a brother or a sister to add more pain and suffering you know what I mean, to your brother. We are all in hell. The best that we can do is try to be there for one another. That's what it means to love your brother as you love yourself, man. We have to be there for one another in any and every aspect possible, especially in 2025. And understand that it's not going to get lighter. This situation, there's going to be more government shutdowns. There's going to be more plagues and famines and pestilence and pandemics. There's going to be more oppression. It's going to get harder. And it's going to get harder. At least that's what Christ said. That's what the Bible says. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And even Paul said the same thing. Where do you think he got it from? Christ. All right. So I'm going to jump into the Hebrew real quick. And let me see.
18.
Yeah. I'm going to get to the Hebrew. 18 through 24. And then we're going to go into the English. All right. So verse 18 in the Hebrew. Wayashatham af Kwakwakya Wa'af Mashapakya Dashamarwa Washatham Atham Wayashabath Al Harataza Labatak. Verse 19. Wanathan Aharataza Parya Wakatham Lashabai Wayashabatham Labatak Alia. Verse 20. Wakaya Thamarwa Ma'a Na'akol Bashana Hashabayat Hun La'a Nazarai Wala'a Na'asak Ath Dabawa'athwa. Verse 21. Watazawafia, Ah, Barakatya, Lakum, Vashana, Hashashayaf, Wayashaf, Ah, Hathabawa, Lashalash, Hashanyam. Verse 22. Wazaratham, Af, Hashana, Hashayanya, Wakatham, Man, Hatabawa, Yeshan, I, Hashana, Hatashayat, I, Bawa'a, Tabawa'atha, Tabawa'ath, Ta'akawa, Yashan. Verse 23. Wa'arataza, La'a, Tamakar, La Tazamath, Taya, Laya, Ha'arataza, Taya, Garium, Wata Washabium, Atham, Imadia. Verse 24, last verse. Wabakal, Arataza, Akazakam, Gaal. Say it, no, so Gaal. The Thunna, so like the Thunwa, La Arataza. All right, that's it on that. All right, so like we at verse 18.
Yep, I'm ready to rock. 18. Wherefore ye shall do my statutes, keep my judgments, and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land in safety. And the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill, and dwell therein in safety.
Mm-hmm.
And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, nor gather in our increase.
Right, and understand though, right? So at this time, we're giving the land rest. Understand that we have so much time to put in work for the land in order for it to produce some type of food and resources for for our people. Understand, not only when back as far as in our land, back in our land, if you were someone who tilled the land, not only were you feeding yourself and your family, but you also had the responsibility to feed a sojourner, which is someone who is roundabout, all right, or otherwise a stranger of your own people who is roundabout. That's why when we celebrate the Feast of First Fruits, this ties into this. Understand that what is it? The 23rd chapter of this book, you'll read more about the Feast of First Fruits, but this comes from that, where we feed the people constantly. Like our food drives comes from the Feast of First Fruits, to having charity to feeding our people, man. Okay? So keep going on that.
No, if I could
Go ahead.
I was going to say it in 19 when it said, in the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill and dwell there in safety. It went on 20 to say, Salaki, if I could go back.
Yeah, you good.
Where it said
18 or 20.
Yeah, the land and her fruit, and the land yields her fruit. And yeah, where it says that now, let me go back. Sorry, Salaki.
No, you told.
Wherefore, statutes of kings and safety, and the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat her fill and dwell therein in safety. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat in the 7th year? So when you go back and it talks about the 6th year, it's going to talk about at 21. I'll wait till we get to 21. So basically, I was jumping the gun. I was just going to say that the Lord has set us up in the way, right, and gave us an ordinance to make sure that there's always enough food.
Right.
So even during that year when we can't do nothing to the field, we done already pulled out 3 years of food and everything off of the land. So we stocked up, we ready.
Right.
And so during that time, we still got something to eat. We still got food and water to drink. We still got meat to cook. Yeah. We still got everything, because the Lord has set us up in such a way where when we do our crops and when we do our animals and when we do our slaughters and all our things, that we're ahead of the game. Absolutely. Unlike our competitors and the opposition, you know what I'm saying? Right. Who never seems to have food during the famine. No. Never seems to have food during the riots. Right. Never had food in Texas when they had the Arctic freeze. Everybody has to starve. Yeah. Back in Louisiana when they had the hurricane, what was the Hurricane Katrina? Yes. Everybody had to starve. Wasn't no food, wasn't no water for them folks, wasn't nothing for them people. But the way that the Lord set us up right here, we got food 3 years in advance. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna bring that out. No.
I'm glad you mentioned that too, because this is something I lost the thought of this earlier, but I'm glad you just mentioned the hurricane that happened in Katrina. So as far as the Hurricane Melissa that's happening right now in Jamaica, I do want to give a hand to Captain Nyafak. You know what I mean? Because if y'all do not know, Captain Nyafak is over, not only is he over North Carolina, he's also over Jamaica. And, Captain Nyafak has already, him in Haiti, has already sent, food and resources out there to the brothers and sisters out there in Jamaica. You know what I mean? As y'all know, this hurricane is not supposed to stop or slow down until they say like in the middle of November. Right. So, I mean, looking at the date, what is it, the 8th, by next week or, even longer, ain't no telling. You know what I mean? And already the water has touched damn near every part of the island.
That's right.
And I'm not sure what the death toll is, but last time I checked, it was 7 people. Absolutely. 7 people. It could be more. You know what I mean? But definitely, send up prayers to those brothers and sisters out there in Jamaica because they need it. But what is also very funny as well, right? all the love for Palestine, Europe, Israel, Sudan, Gaza was very loud. And all the support, and Ukraine, all the money and all the resources that was given to them, I'm not hearing any loudness, any uproar about Jamaica, which is very insane.
If I could, I just shared it on my page.
Right.
You know, because put it on my story as well. Because
I saw
there's no aid for them. Somehow we have billions and billions and trillions of dollars to give to Ukraine to go fight a war that has nothing to do with America.
At all.
And we also have sent billions. We've been sending $4 billion since the early 40s to the state of Israel so that they could pull themselves up by their own bootstraps.
Yes.
And then also we've been sending billions of dollars over there to what's that other place we just sent billions of dollars to?
Iraq.
Oh no, man! What is this place called? Oh, it slipped my mind. It would come back to me. We just sent.
Palestine.
Was it Palestine? No, I'll pull it up. I'll look it up in a second.
Which nation though?
I want to say it was a heathen nation. It was another heathen nation we just sent billions of dollars to. But we just gave billions of dollars to Israel to bomb.
Gaza and Sudan.
So I mean, hell, we can use that one. We just gave them more billions of dollars, 30-something billion, I think it was. Something like that to bomb the Gaza people. So, I mean, again, we just got all this money to get these folks. And then when the brothers in Puerto Rico was going through what they was going through, there was no money.
Right. Look, I honestly want a damn refund.
Yeah.
I think every Black and Spanish should have a refund because now, look, when the government shutdown happens, they say that they have an emergency fund, but they don't want to tap into it all of a sudden. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all was quick as hell to send it to everybody else. But as soon as it has something to do with the people in America, we can't get nothing. Like, that's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. Like America is ghetto. I was just talking to my manager, and I was like, America's ghetto. And she was like, you ain't lying. I'm like, you there? I'm like, this place is absolutely insane and ghetto as hell. Like, it's just ass backwards. But however, right, with the righteous type of authority, especially when Christ, and the disciples, run this earth, that would never happen. A government shutdown is a goddamn joke when you have God's chosen people running this place. Donald Trump was on vacation for a whole goddamn week during the first week of the government shutdown. And this whole place is just upside down. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
He sent more billions over there to Argentina. The thing about it is, this is what a lot of people don't understand about Argentina.
I think a white man is over Argentina.
Yeah, because
in Venezuela.
They are white. And so the thing about it is, we have brothers and sisters in Argentina that went over there through slavery.
Right.
But however, the Argentinians, the original ones, right?
Exactly.
The Spaniards, all these are white folks.
Right.
So every time you see them sending all this money, don't get excited like they're giving it to us. They taking it to themselves for their government, for their own well-being, for their own agendas.
Exactly.
So again, we got the Jamaicans over there taking baths in the middle of the street. They can't use the cars because the roads are gone.
Right.
The roads have been destroyed.
Everything's flooded.
And I'm gonna share something else about that too. Mm-hmm. If I could, I would just like to say that our people that's out there have to cut out all that dumb voodoo and all that silly witchcraft and all that silly eating things you ain't supposed to eat over there. Right. And that's another putting them dreadlocks all in your head and all that smoke and all that weed and all that. A lot of that stuff right there is the reason why some of these things is taking place over there. It doesn't negate the fact that they got money to give to the Ukrainians who ain't never did a dang thing for nobody in America, but we done died in every war that they done fought.
Absolutely.
We done fought front line in every war that they ever had.
Absolutely.
But then we still can't get a crumb. No reparations for black folks, I guess, never until Christ returns. Never. I guess Christ has to return in order for us to get a reparation. Everybody has to pass and be unalive that is evil, and Christ has to return just for a black, Hispanic, or Native American to see any sort of type of reparations.
Absolutely, and I love how you said that, because a lot of people in the world should realize what's really happening, right? Now, with the government shutdown, it is a distraction to a certain extent. I mean, it's to a certain point, because once again, Jamaica is going through a real crisis. Once again, in America, we will adjust as far as the government shutdown. We will live and survive. But however, them brothers need all the assistance that they can get. And also too, what I was going to say, what you mentioned about Ukraine. One thing that very much amazed me about the Ukrainians and the Palestinians, when America, all the races that you could think of in America was giving all the love and support to them, they still had time to be racist to us.
Come on, yeah.
That viral video of them trying to kick off jump that black man in Ukraine.
Yeah, we couldn't even get out of it.
Yeah, off the damn train, right. And then the Palestinians try to come up against Captain Mashak and them in the UK.
Remember that? Yep.
And also too, they ran into our building in Indiana.
They took the car and drove directly into the building.
Directly into the building. You couldn't miss it, and admitted that she did it because of racism.
On camera.
To
the cops.
In the
news.
To the cops. Like, come on, man. Like,
right.
Damn.
You know. And what was even worse about that is just that, you know, all that money they got and everything else, these Ukrainians have had decades to join the United Nations and to come together with America if they wanted to, or even try to, you know, put a little, you know, note in to try to get in. They didn't want to join America.
No.
They wanted to play the middleman. They wanted to take resources and guns and drugs and money and human trafficking from America to Ukraine, from Russia to Ukraine. But as soon as the doo-doo hits the fan, all the black taxpayers have to give them their money.
Right.
All the black, Hispanic, and Native American taxpayers must give them their billions and trillions of dollars that they've been slaving for their whole entire lives.
Right.
Only for our government to be shut down, our food stamps to be taken. We don't have free health care. Right. We can't, come on, man. We can't. We're locked up every time we come outside. They done stop and frisk back and everything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just getting worse for us, right? The saints are being worn out.
Yeah.
And the heathens are being rewarded. And they losing the damn war. They ain't winning.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they have all these billions of dollars and they still over there getting their butt kicked.
Right. I mean, we just said like 5 minutes ago, I want my damn refund.
Come on, can we get a refund?
I want to put my money on
I got receipts. We've been saying we got receipts. We need that money back, dude.
I want to put my money on somebody else because at this point, like, I'm losing. You know what I mean? I'm losing because they lose. It's just insane. But still, like, where did we go for? 21 or 22?
20, I believe.
It was 20. It was 20.
Yeah, 20. 20. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, nor gather in our increase.
Right. Yeah.
Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years.
Right, and that goes back to your point. Like once we do everything ahead of schedule and on time, because the one thing about the Lord knows what's to come. You know what I mean, and how the Most High has things set up is for us to be successful. Like I've never seen in the scriptures where the Most High has told a prophet or told a people something and we failed at the end. The only way we fail at the end is if we disregard what he has said. But if we follow from plan A all the way to plan B, like we always end up with something great, especially a great reward. But I mean, how can you lose when the Most High is in your corner, especially if you're serving him? Like how can you lose? But however, when you try to deviate from the plan, things are always going to go, sideways, so to speak. All right? Yeah, we keep going.
You ain't Salaki, not so to speak. You on point.
Salaki,
every time you deviate, it's gonna go bad.
Right, God.
And you shall sow the 8th year and Salaki, and eat yet of old fruit until the 9th year, until her fruits come in. Ye shall eat of the old store.
I like that. And that old store, and simply like I think about a pantry.
Right.
You feel me? Like once again, that old store, that's a pantry, man. Storage. You know what I mean? Like once again, like we make sure we prepare for the thing that's to come that you can't see that's about to come. Like again, Commander Junior Hines said, do not wait until they take away certain things. Get ready now. And also, what happened in Texas, as you mentioned, what happened in Texas, ever since that situation happened, with brothers and sisters losing powers and stuff like that, Commander Junior Hines has been very, very adamant about generators.
Right.
You know, of course, we got Passover coming up. We got this, we got bills and stuff like that. Put money to the side for the things when it is another bad winter.
Right.
Because it's going to come.
That's right.
Everything may seem okay and cool and calm right now, but I mean, it's going to come. It's going to happen again.
Right.
And again and again. So you got to get ready. So how do you say it in the UK? Stay ready. So you ain't got to get ready.
That's
you
right.
Feel me? Like, come on, man. Like always think about what's going to come later because it's going to happen. So make sure that you are prepared already. All right, go ahead. You got it.
23. The land shall not be sold forever, for the land is mine. For ye are strangers and sojourners with me.
Right. Once again, these are not strangers or sojourners of other nations. This is specifically speaking to Israelites, speaking to God's chosen people. All right. And how you know that if you read, this entire chapter, starting at verse 1. But go ahead. You got it.
And in all the land of your possessions, ye shall grant a redemption for the land.
And that's the very first thing I mentioned when we started at verse 11. Just giving the land redemption, giving it time to, to rest, to heal. You know what I mean? Because one thing is this: if you break that, if you know about bad soil, there's nothing that you can do with it. It's going to be very hard to produce anything. There's a strategy when it comes to everything, especially tilling the land. You know what I mean? I do want to point this out though, right? Something that you taught me when it comes to, you taught me some things when it comes to like when we built our first house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hard goddamn work. That shit was not for the weak. Not for the weak. I wanted to quit every goddamn time. I'm like, damn, the sheetrock, the painting. We got to break up the sidewalk. But I learned a lot, especially about the dirt. Like that is a tedious process, right. And if you do not do right by that land or by the soil, it's just not going to give you anything to work with.
And if I could,
go ahead.
The trees is another thing.
I
know a lot of people like firewood and like to use the smoke wood for barbecuing and wood to build this and wood to build that, but you have to give the land an opportunity to grow some more trees.
Right.
If you cut down all the goddamn trees, you ain't gonna have no trees to use.
Exactly.
So you got to be able to control, yourself. You can't be like the heathens who have no control, who kill or unalive all the chickens to the point where now they have human meat that they're growing in. And cloned meat that they're growing in. KFC ain't even KFC no more.
Man.
They just switched KFC. We don't even know what that is no more. It used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now it's just, it used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken, then they changed it to KFC.
Yeah.
So now it's KFC, but back in the day, it used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. But they done slaughtered so many chickens.
Yeah.
That it's to the point now where they, genetically modifying them and growing them in laboratories because they don't know how to do any type of redemption. They don't have no type of drawback on their land, on their poultry, on any of their calves or anything else. So now they got all this fake food we got to eat, filled with all these fillers and all these antibiotics and all this crazy mess. Just because they don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of God.
Absolutely, yeah. That's so crazy. Like that diabolical is really the word.
Yeah, it's very
diabolical. It's really the word because I just saw some the other day. Well, I saw this some years ago, but meat glue as far as the
meat,
Like I was like, what the hell? I'm like, damn. Like it's just insane to me how. Like once again, you got to have the patience and rushing the food like that. Like that's insane. That is absolutely insane, but that's a different topic. But that was 24?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm going to get back into the Hebrew. We're going to keep it going, all right? Because we got to get into the next chapter moving forward, all right? Let me see. All right, verse 25. So Leviticus chapter 25, verse 25. Kaya. Yeah. Yamawak. Akyak. Wamakar. Ma'at Kazak. So like Ma'at Kazakwa. Waba'a. Ga'awa. Hakurab. Awiwa. Waga'o. Af. Mamakar. Akya. Verse 26. Wa'ayash Kaya La'a. Yahaya. Lawa. Ga'o. Waha. Shayaga. Yadwa. Wamataza. Kadia. Galakwa. Verse 27. Wakasha. Af. Shanya. Mamakarwa. Wahashaya. Af. Hayadak. Laayash. Ashar. Makar. Lawa. Washad. La'a. Kazakwa. All right. Verse 28. Wa'am. La'a. Makaza'ath. Yadwa. Daya. Hashaya. Lawa. Wahaya. Mamakarwa. Bayad. Hakwana. Oh, that's your name here. Akwa. I. Shanath. Hayawabo. Yawataza'a. Bayabo. Washad. La'akazathwa. Verse 29. Okay, so like 6. Okay. Verse 29. Wa'ayash Kaya Yamakar Bayath Mawashah Ayar Kawama Wahayatha Galakwa I Thumb Shanath Mamakarwa Yum Yum Tahaya Galakwa. Verse 30. Wa'am La'a Yagal I Mala'ath Lawa Shanath Salak Shanath Tamayam Waquam Habayath Ashar Bayar Ashar La'a Lawa Kama La Salaka La Taza Mayath La Taza Mayath La Quana Athwa La Narathua La'a Yataza'a Bayabal. Verse 31, last verse. Yabathia Ha Katazarian Ashar Anyan Laham Kama Sabiyah Al Shaddad Harakaza Yakasha Galah Tahaya Lawa Wabayabal Yataza'a. And that's it on that. Let's wrap it up. All right, read verse 25.
25. If thy brother be waxing poor and have sold away some of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold.
Right. Once again, this is part of not oppressing each other. All right. Once again, another thing is when it comes to poverty amongst Israel, it's very understandable why we do the things that we do. Try to get over on one another. You know, we covet, we steal. Now, now, am I saying is it right? Absolutely not. But I'm saying, like, if you understand psychologically what goes on in the mind of someone who is dealing with poverty and who doesn't have the discipline or wisdom, it makes sense. But however, we have to remember the scriptures. Like understand that in the time of Moses, which is this book is written by Moses, right? We were dealing with oppression in Egypt, but yet we still had what is called brotherhood. We still had sisterhood. We still had some type of moral compass within our nation. And we have to go back to the basics. The basics is going to be the first 5 books of Moses. It's going to be the words that came out of Christ's mouth, which reiterates what happened in the beginning. All right? Going back to Genesis, going all the way back to Moses, which once again, the first 5 books. We have to remember this. Otherwise, we are going to lose ourselves and look like our oppressor, meaning we are going to be criminals like them. We are going to look heathenistic like them. And we are just going to adopt their ways and their tactics. Once again, in this day and time, the government shut down, we have to adjust. We have to, spend money with one another. We have to support one another and find ways to make ends meet. All right, and we are going to be fine. This is not the first government shutdown, and it's not going to be the last. But however, we have to lean on each other instead of leaning on the oppressor. All right, go ahead.
So I was going to say, if in this 25 is cold-blooded because it's saying, like, black people, we always come on hard times. So we might got jewelry, we might got cars, we might got cribs, we might got some land, a piece of land. Because moving forward, we're going to end up with more land, right?
Absolutely.
So, you might get in a position where you might need to sell something that you have.
Right.
So you might have to give up your house to a brother, or you might have to give up your car to a brother, or you might have to give something to this brother. But what it's saying right here is if you sold away something that you own to your brother, and if any of his kin, like say I sell something away, but Maccabi got some money, he my kin, he come back and say, hey man, I got some of the money or whatever, you know what I'm saying, get this back, you know what I'm saying, for my brother. Let me, give you the money back for this house,
right?
That my brother sold you, because when he sold it to you, he was down, he was out, and here goes the money. Let us get that car back. Let us get that crib back. Right. They were saying that he should be able to redeem what his brother sold.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And then also too with that and the water. And with that, once again, we can't do no usury with each other now. Like we have to be fair with one another as well. You know what I mean? And that happens in the UPK, man. We house each other. We sell to each other. We buy from each other, and everything is lawful, and it's legal, and it's fair. You know what I mean? And we don't have contention with each other. We're not oppressing one another. Like I love it in the UPK, man. Like a lot of the things that I still have or I once had is because of brothers in the school. You know what I mean? They're my first everything. First car, first place to stay, that I can call my own and pay rent to. Like I got from brothers in the school.
Right.
You know what I mean? First set of, new boots or jewelry, just any and everything, man. You know what I mean? Like the UPK embodies what this chapter is speaking about. Okay? I pray you understand if you do not know. And see if anybody else is doing this. Honestly, what's funny though? I do want to mention this, and then we are going to keep going. I don't hear like the things that we do in the UPK, and we, and there's hard times happening in the world and stuff like that. Even fake Israelite groups, I don't hear nothing about no food drives.
No, not at all.
Like once again, they are Christians. Yeah. They are no different. Like I don't hear nothing about a strategic plan to helping our people when they truly need it. During the pandemic, everybody was closing, including these so-called fake Israelite groups.
I don't hear them giving any of the brothers and sisters an option to redeem the funds that they even gave into the schools, the possessions that they've given up for the school and their nation. I don't hear them giving the brothers and sisters an opportunity to redeem that at a different time.
Absolutely.
That's what I don't hear.
I haven't seen it either. However, what I have seen is they ask for more.
Yeah, always more.
They ask.
There's never enough.
It's like you said, it's never enough. Like how do you expect us to give more when we need?
And we done gave you everything we got.
I gave you everything. Once again, and also too, it reminded me of that damn disgusting bastard the other day. His name is Marvin something. Marvin
Sock or something? Oh no, that's the singer, right?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the Marvin dude who told the lady like this not enough.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she gave all that she could, and he's like, no, this not enough.
Let's get his name, man.
It was Marvin something. It was supposed to be like $1,000 or $1,200, something like that, and she only had $800. You know what I mean? Like, you are evil as hell.
Marvin Winans.
There we go, Marvin Winans. You know what I mean? Like you are a disgusting bastard. And then he comes out and says, "Oh, I didn't, I didn't mean it like that," and blah blah blah. And when you watch the whole clip, it's still no better. When you watch the whole clip of the before and after, it's still no better. It's still like you a greedy ass bastard.
He's one of them gospel singers too. If I'm not mistaken,
I'm not entirely sure.
He's one of the Winans or what it is.
I got you.
I think he's one of the Winans. Okay. I know he's one of them. I know he's a singer for sure. He got money.
Got you.
So it was disgusting what he did because it wasn't like he was broke.
But also too, Tyler Perry, because this is in Atlanta, by the way. Tyler Perry Studios is in Atlanta. Tyler Perry, discussing behind, donates $100,000 like 2-3 weeks later to that church. Who really needs that money was that sister and her grandbaby. She was raising.
Come on, $1,200 I think is what she offered him, and he said he wanted like $2,000 or
something like that.
Grand.
Yeah.
And the sister gave $1,200. Do you know how
and
long?
She said that she'll go ahead and get the rest.
And she said she'll come back.
Yeah, like you a goddamn pimp.
Come on, listen to this now. Do you know how long it takes for the average person that makes $16 an hour,
man,
to $20 an hour to make $1,200 to $2,000?
Right.
You know how many weeks it takes?
Right.
And he wanted it all in 30 seconds. And if she didn't give him the whole $1,200, the whole $2,000-$3,000,
right,
the woman's offering was no good.
But
like Jesus needs the $2,000 check. like Yahweh's gonna come down and go to Wells Fargo and cash the $3,000 check. Like he needs it right now. Like he needs the money for Aldi's or for Walmart or for Target or for utilities right now. Like the sister and her grandbabies, they need that money right now.
Right, exactly. And once again, that was insane and humiliated her in front of everybody.
Scumbag, man.
In front of everybody, and the shit went viral. Like that's insane, boy. Like I pray the Lord destroys that damn church.
Right.
I pray the Lord destroys all the goddamn churches. I mean, I do understand, but then again, with technology, with all the exposure of the the lies that the church has told and all the thieving and robbing, it doesn't make sense how right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense right now how people are still in the church.
Right.
It is absolutely insane to me. But I mean, some people enjoy lies.
Christianity is one hell of a drug.
It is one hell of a drug. It's stronger than the fentanyl, than the weed, all of it. Like, good night. But anyway, let's go to verse 26.
And if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to redeem it, then let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possessions.
So, like, can you break that down?
So, in other words, if the brother in 26 where it's saying, and if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to. So, we saying if the man himself has the money to go back and to get his own stuff, then let him get it.
Yeah.
Count up the years, make sure the numbers and everything add up, and then do the deal.
Right.
And let that man get back his possession.
And that's it. And also too, like this ties into business as well, right? Because business is always good, but then again, you have bad business, so you got to be careful, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like me personally, I damn near don't trust doing any type of business unless you're in the school. Anybody outside, like I gotta know the ins and outs of you and how you conduct business.
And if I could, just from experience, one of the best things you can do in the school when it comes to business is go to your captains, make sure the captains get it clear with the generals,
right? Yeah,
that you can do the business that you can do, and salaki to the men above me. But if you're captains, you're supposed to go to the generals before you do business,
right? Yeah,
and the generals, salaki to the generals above me, they go to the generals above them before they do any moves and make any business moves.
Right.
So the best business practice in Israel is to do it in decency and in order.
Right.
And to get the right supervision before you do it. Because, how it can turn out to be a horrible thing. Absolutely. When you do business with somebody who is not in the spirit of the Most High. Anybody can join the school, but everybody can't have the spirit of the Most High. The spirit of the Most High is a gift from the Most High. Right. So certain people gonna possess it, certain people not gonna possess it.
That's right.
So like you said, priest, that's deep. Some people gonna do good business. Some people gonna do bad business.
Right. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, but you know who gonna know who you should deal with? The men that's over you.
That's it.
Because they're gonna be trained and seasoned, and they're gonna be able to look at your deal and be able to tell if your deal is a terrible deal that everybody's gonna leave sad, bad, and upset,
right? Or
if it's gonna be a brilliant deal and everybody's gonna be able to benefit from it and be in smiles and enjoy and harmony with one another.
No, that's really, I like that, and I love how you said decency and order. I would love to add a precept to that because Ecclesiasticus.
We know you got him. Go ahead, Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 32 verse 19 says, "Do nothing without counsel."
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's the best way. If you are unsure about something, or if you're making something that's a big move that something that you never did before, it's wise, and it's wise for you to get counsel just to make sure. Because I mean, man, like me, it's certain things that I know. Okay, I can do this. I've done this before. This is cool. I got this part. You know what I mean? It's nothing major. It's something I do all the time, right? Now, if it's something that you haven't done and you're not sure about, me, one thing about me, everybody knows about me. I ask questions because I hate to do something wrong and continue to do it wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially orders. You know what I mean? Like you back in the day, I used to call you about, hey, so as far as the order, it's supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be like that. Right. You know what I mean? Like I will hound you to make sure I'm doing it right. You know what I mean? And sometimes I would tell, like, look, have confidence in that you're doing it correctly. Right. You know what I mean? But sometimes, you may need to know something because it may not be how you think it. You feel me? So counsel is where you should always, you should always get counsel before you make certain moves.
Damn right.
But this right here is definitely talking about business. But let's keep going. So
28. But if he be not able to restore it to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that hath bought it until the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee it shall go out. Mm-hmm. And he shall return unto his possession.
Yeah, we already explained that self-explanatory. Let's keep going.
And if a man sell a dwelling house and a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it.
Right. I like that. Keep going.
And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee.
Right, exactly. And I mean that technically would be like an inheritance. You know what I mean? And that's so funny, right? That is so funny because it's somewhere. I don't know real estate too much, but you're still a real estate investor, right?
Yes.
You're a real estate agent or investor?
Investor.
So
I went to school for real estate.
Real estate. So yeah. So I know you as a real estate investor, and I know someone as a real estate agent. I remember hearing somewhere in that, like, that's similar to this. You know what I mean? When it comes to properties and what is the not the pros and cons, but what is the protocol to something?
Well,
you know what I mean?
if you don't pay for your land, your property taxes,
Right.
after a certain amount of time,
Right.
they're gonna foreclose on your land or your
That's
property,
what I was looking for.
and they coming to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes.
They're gonna put a lien against you.
Yes.
And if you don't take care of that, there's when you buy something, there's an automatic lien against you.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
It's a security against you as soon as you do that.
Yes.
Because you really don't own anything in America.
That's true.
All right. Because of the way that this monstrous place is set up, they always have a security against you. So whether it be the taxes or it be a loan, there's still going to be some type of a lien against you where they'll have for security in what it is that you have, right?
Yeah.
Now, there is a way around that, but it's
Right.
way more complicated and deep for another time.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you go a year without paying your mortgage or you go a year without paying your rent, they coming to take whatever it is that you got, or the lease on your car.
Oh yeah.
They gonna come and take whatever it is that you got. So whatever you got. As a matter of fact, this oppressor don't wait that long. You miss one payment, and then you'll be in foreclosure. You miss one payment, unless you put it to the back of your deal. They coming to get that car, they coming to get that crib, and they coming to get that land.
Yes.
And they'll do your rims the same way. They'll do your jewelry the same way. And they'll do your couch. So like, they will do your TVs, your couch, and curtains. People don't know that. That you could go in and get a loan on your couch, your curtains, and your TVs and DVDs. And
they will come and get it.
And they will come and get that too.
They will come and get it.
So yeah, we got a repo situation going on here too. If you know what I'm saying, that's what it's about. Yeah. But yeah, man, it will definitely come and get you stuck.
No, and I'm glad that you said that, because that's what I was looking for. Everything he just said, that's what I was trying to say as far as a foreclosure, because like the oppressor, like I can see where like what everything as far as how this earth is ran, he gets the inspiration from the Bible, of course, right? Because this is our blueprint. But however, you see the difference of how the Israelites operate versus how the oppressor operates. That's a problem. And the problem is that our oppressor is at the top and we are at the bottom, and we have to get back to a place where it's going to be like how we're reading today in the scriptures, and never like that. Once again, that's oppression, man.
That's right.
The fact that, like you say, you truly don't own anything. You bought it, you paid for it, but they can still take it. Like, that is insane.
Yeah, we got, and in our ways, even in the places that we do got some type of freedom in, you can buy things, and then once you possess them, you just possess them. That's it.
Exactly.
If there's nobody making any type of reports within a certain amount of time on the sale not going through the way it was supposed to, or any type of judgments like that, you own your house. You just own your house. That's it. Yeah. There ain't no taxes every day and every 5 minutes, and you know what I mean?
Every 5 minutes.
No, we don't pay taxes. Right? We pay our 10%. Yeah. 15% if we don't pay it on time. Mm-hmm. And then that's it. Yeah. And it ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's it. Right. But we're not coming to steal your house. Right. If you don't make your payments, your tithes, we don't come and steal your car because you ain't pay your tithes. We're not coming to steal your horses and your cows.
Exactly. You know what? I never thought of it like that. But that's a good point.
Yeah, we don't come throw a 90-year-old lady out in the street. Yeah. Because she can't pay her tithes, or she doesn't have more than $1,200. Right. Mr. Whining. Right. We don't throw a elderly woman off the stage and embarrass her in front of 4,000 people. Right. Because she's poor in a place where they done stole everything from her. Yeah. We don't embarrass her and make her feel ashamed of not being able to run around with a promissory note, fiat cash that don't even have no real value. Right. Yeah. We don't down a sister over a piece of paper. Right. Can I say nigga?
Yeah, you can.
Nigga?
You already said it.
dirty mother. Dirty, you know what I'm saying?
No, I got
That you brought up, that's so dirty, man. I seen that video, man. Oh, man.
Yeah,
I'll
give you one that's worse. You saw that story about that black lady. She didn't pay her fee for the garbage, and they locked her up for like some days.
No, I've never seen that.
That happened, I think, like last month or 2 months ago. And the generals had talked about it on Black Watch. Just disgusting. Like it was like a small ass little garbage fee or something like that, and they locked her up for it for like some days, like close to 30 days, something like that. But insane. However, let's keep going. I think 20. You said 28.
Let me go back. We was at 29.
Yeah, I think we're at 29 now.
Yeah, so yep, we're at 30. And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. Right. But the houses of the villages which have no wall around about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee.
Now that I do understand. You know what I mean? But let me see. Okay, yeah, that's the end of that. Let's keep going. All right.
Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's like I'm finna get into the Hebrew. My bad.
All right.
32 through 38. All right. All right. This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 32. What are you? Salakia. Halawiyam. Bathia. Arya. Salakia. Salakia. Akazatham. Galath. Awalam. Tahaya. Lalawiyam. Verse 33. Wa'ashar. Yaga'ol. Man. Halawiyam. Wayataza'a. Mabakar. Bayath. Wayar. Akazathwa. Bayabal. Kaya. Bathya. Arya. Alawiyam. Hawa'a. Akazatham. Batawak. Banya. Yasha'ala. Verse 34. Washada. Magarash. Aryaham. La'a. Yamakar. Kaya. Akazath. Awilam. Hawa'a. Laham. Verse 35. Wakaya. Yamawak. Akyak. Wamata'a. Yadwa. Aimak. Waha Kazakwak. No, it's like it. Waha Kazak. Bawa. Guard. Wata Washab. Wakia. Wakia. Aimak. Verse 36. The Quak. Ma'athwa. Nashak. Watarabia. Wayara'ath. Malahayak. Wakaya. Akyak. Aimak. Verse 37. Kasapak. La'a. Tathan. Lawa. Wanashak. Wabar. Slakia. Slakia. Wabar. Wabamarathia. La'a. Tathan. Akalak. Verse 38. Anya. Yahweh. Alahayakam. Ashar. Ha Taza'athia, Athkam, Ma'arataza, Matazarium, Lathan, Lakam, Ath, Arataza, Kanayim, Laha Yawath, Lakam, La Hayam. And that's it on that. Clap it up. All right. We are now verse 32.
Leviticus 25 and 32. Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession, may the Levites redeem at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of his possession shall go out in the year of Jubilee. For the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
But
which is understandable because this book Leviticus is also too you're going to see mention the Levites because of the priesthood that they have now, because afterwards the new covenant now the priesthood is not only prescribed to the Levites, but now any tribe can be a priest, as you see, like right here in the room. Myself and Kunayala are priests, all right, and we are Judites, okay, you know what I mean. But however, too, with the Levites, they did the work of the Lord, so I mean, they got to have a place to stay. That should be understandable. And also, too, one thing I love about in the Bible, the men of the Lord were taken care of wherever they went. Because a lot of times they didn't have a house. I mean, what's the scripture about Christ not having the fox?
for the foxes have homes,
Yeah.
and the birds have nests, but the son of man has nowhere to dwell.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm paraphrasing.
Paraphrase. But I think that was spot on, to be quite honest. You know what I mean? But you get the point. So as far as the Levites, they had a possession. And then there was one part I missed out on. So like, read 33 again.
And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold in the city of his possession shall go out in the year of Jubilee. For the house of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel.
Right. So that's the point that I was making as far as the Levites and them having a possession, in the city. You know what I mean? A place to stay. But however, it will go back into the Jubilee if let me see. Then the house that was sold in the city of his possession shall go out. Yeah. So the possession will go out back to back into the land or the place of the Jubilee. And Jubilee, by the way, I don't think I even mentioned this. Jubilee simply means let me get the definition because I just saw it. Jubilee.
Which book were you on?
No. I'm just saying. What is the definition of Jubilee? So yes, a special anniversary of an event, especially one celebrating 25 or 50 years of a reign or activity. You know what I mean? So yeah, but let's keep going on that. 34? Yeah, 34.
Okay, 34. So
no, you good.
But the field of the suburbs of their cities. We did finish 33, didn't we?
Yeah,
but the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession.
Okay, I was jumping the gun. That's the part I was trying to get into. So yeah. So but the field of the suburbs of the cities may not be sold. And the reason why I say that is because it says that's a perpetual possession, meaning the word perpetual simply means everlasting. Like how on Tuesday last week we were speaking about how there's a perpetual hatred. You know what I mean? Like our person has a perpetual hatred for his enemies, which is us, the children of Israel. And it's something that burns in them that never dies down. It's everlasting. Like it's very ironic how going all the way back to Cain and Abel and looking into now 2025, mind you, this is thousands of years. I want to say over 3,000 years. All right, 3,000 years or more. The hatred still lives on and is very strong. Racism is something that you just can't kill. and people are looking to try to find ways to kill the racism and hatred amongst nations. Like, no, the Most High has had this set up for a reason. All right, but so as far as the perpetual possession, the Levites gotta have somewhere to stay, man. All right, keep going.
And if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Ye, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee.
Right, like relieve this person of their debts. You know what I mean? Like the most common thing I hear in the UPK, like for example, you may owe a brother like $20, $100 or something like that, and then by the time you try to give it, or you're struggling, that brother say, you know what, or don't worry about it. All right, don't even sweat it. You trying to make ends meet, and your living situation is not working out over there. Just come stay with me, or otherwise we'll find a resource for you. You know what I mean? That happens a lot in the UPK. So, sometimes, look, what's also very famous amongst the UPK, you may transfer a lot of times. The situation in your own zone may not be, may not be good as far as, you trying to make it. And maybe you just have to transfer somewhere else and figure it out and then come back. That happens a lot. But this is one brother in the Midwest, man. Shout out to Officer LaCombe. The last 3-4 times I've seen this brother going to camp, whether we are in Chicago, Milwaukee, or they coming up here in Minnesota, we in Iowa. Every time I talk to the brother, he like, oh yeah, hey sir, I'm in Florida, right? I'm in Milwaukee. Oh, I'm back in Chicago now. Oh, I'm down in Indiana. I'm like, right, brother. Like every time I see you, every year, you everywhere. And it's like, yeah, sir, this working out, that's going on. I'm just like, brother, you are putting in work everywhere. Like, you are amazing. And he's like, yeah, the truth don't stop. And I'm like, damn right. I'm glad to see you everywhere, brother. Like, you are just amazing. You know what I mean? But that's something that's very famous amongst Israel. Like, you are going to transfer everywhere. Everywhere, if your living situation is, trying to get better, or you're trying to make something happen, make moves. But keep going. You got it.
And you got to be willing to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I love one place on that one. Y'all gotta be giving the money in the usury. We're at the usury part too, and increasing the fear. What we leave on somebody?
I think we start 35.
Yeah,
35.
We'll start at 36.
Yeah. Now
take down no usury of him, or increase, but fear thy God, that thy brother may live with thee.
Right. Like don't. No, that's very deep, because usury and increase, your brother cannot live. You are not relieving him or that sister if you are doing what the oppressor is doing.
That's right.
Once again, you are increasing in usury and like how can this brother that's in your house, in your company, be relieved and try to survive if he's giving you everything? You know what I mean? Hey, brother, my rent is, $500, but I need $1,000 from you. Like how can this brother save to get out of your crib? How can he feed himself? Like it doesn't make sense. Like we got to be willing to make sacrifices, and that's also what this is really talking about too. Sacrifices is what has to be made for each other in order for us to relieve each other, to thrive. One thing I love about Issachar, right? Issachar will all work at the same company and be up in the same house with their wives and children and suffer through it in order to survive. And that's what every tribe should have, that type of spirit. Now, however, not saying that someone has to stay in your house. Once again, there are many ways where we can find some type of resource where a brother or sister can make it and thrive. If the oppressor is just, beating their goddamn back, we can try to find a way to where they can try to, get an extra, couple of dollars, $100, $200 to where they can save. Like, once again, going back to what we spoke about earlier, do nothing without counsel.
And if I can add to that, don't always think of it as in money either, because it doesn't have to be a monetary gain.
Right.
It could be in just work.
Yeah.
You know, you could be overworking somebody or putting an overload or something on somebody to the point where they can't breathe, where they can't do what they need to do, where they can't live their life. They can't go on dates. They can't, just live, period. You know what I'm saying? And grow. Grow is important too.
Right.
Because it's hard to grow when you don't have any time to study for yourself or to build yourself. You know what I mean? It's like if you coaching somebody and teaching them how to get strong in the gym, if you're a gym teacher, for instance, or a trainer, right? But you still got to be able to take some time and lift some weights yourself, or all of your weights will deteriorate. All of your strength will deteriorate as well. So at some point, you got to know how to not be on somebody's back. And there's a scripture that says that we're not supposed to be tyrants.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And that scripture is very important, to our brothers and to the people that come to live with us. We can't be tyrants. Yeah. Because sometimes when you do that, and it happens, and let me say this too, in the school for brothers, any men under me, it can be, that thing it can happen to you just being overzealous. Yeah. You can be trying to push and drive so hard that sometimes you don't realize that it's too much for a brother or a sister. Yeah. So sometimes, because you might got the strength to just go forever. Yeah. Then it might be this other brother or sister over here that may be a little more fragile or just not as strong as you are at the moment. Right. Maybe in the future, but maybe not at that moment. Right. So it's very important that you also learn the limits. And that's why that counsel is so important. The counsel is probably the best thing to happen to everybody. Matter of fact, everybody need to go to counsel once a week. Right, yeah. I'm just saying, if you call, I'm not saying that's necessary. But I'm saying, like, if you could get counsel once a week, it would be the best thing for your entire well-being.
Well, I mean, to that, the reason why I agree with you on that one, because, like, you're on to something. I mean, Wednesday call-in, that's an opportunity that opens up the floor for any, any questions or, concerns that you may have. If you already haven't called, any other day out of the week, you definitely got that Wednesday where you have that one-on-one, you check in with the man above you. So I agree with that. You dead on, for sure. So like, where we go to? 36, so now we're on 37?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
That's very self-explanatory. Yeah, we don't got to break that down too much. We just already got into that. You got it.
I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, to give. Somebody just called in.
No, sir.
To give you the land of Canaan and to be your God.
Right, and also too, one thing I love about almost every chapter, because we have been in the book of Leviticus for a couple of maybe like 2 months now. You know what I mean? And once again, the Most High has to remind us He is the Lord and He is our God. He is our power. And what's so important about that is having a power, a power that is righteous, and understand the Most High is a father. All right, he's not like your boss at your 9 to 5. Like the Most High wants you to win. He wants you to succeed, and He's a father that is trying to give you sound mind instruction in order to thrive and to live and to coexist with one another. Once again, like this goes deeper than what most people can understand or see. Like one thing about the Christians, they read the Bible, and UPK, we study the Bible. And like this chapter is way deeper than you can imagine. It really extends and strengthens that brotherhood that you should have if you don't have it. Okay? And also, so it was something that you said. I can't remember what the hell you said, but I'm going to have to go back and watch this. But always be a student when it comes to learning how to be a brother. Always be a student in that.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? We do have classes. You have a teacher and you have a student. Although you may have the rank, although you may have, the status, things of that sort, we are all students at the end of the day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Even the generals are always in learning. They always say it, which is so beautiful.
And the precept, you know, there's a precept for that says
the
first oracles of God is that
Hebrews.
a man be taught again.
That's
man
right.
Be taught again.
That's right.
So
That's
and that goes right along with the scriptures that say, if a man think if he know of anything, he goeth fast. He don't know the way he's supposed to know. So
Right. You don't know goddamn thing.
You don't know nothing. You know.
Right.
Take heed unless ye fall.
Exactly.
You know, all of those things is very important to understand, because again, you know, we're forever learning. You know, until Christ returns and puts everything the way He wanted to be, we're gonna do it to the best of our ability and follow the men that are above us, which are excellent examples of what it is that we need to, you know, be as men.
Right.
So I mean, and the elder sisters who keep this thing and do this thing the right way are excellent examples of the type of wives, mothers, and sisters that you need to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because the women should also be teaching the younger women and be leading as an example to the younger women how they should be carrying themselves in their marriages and in their relationships with other sisters.
That's right.
You know, and you know, because you know, in the Israelite community, they like to go make all of these weird groups where they just, you know, go in there and gossip. And I've been crept into some of them groups and said, dang, these women in here is claiming to be in the truth in these fake groups for 20 years. You've been doing this for 20 years and you ain't had enough sense to tell these sisters that this was wrong.
Right.
What they was doing.
Right.
Calling up, telling everybody their business, running around, gossiping to brothers about their business and household affairs and bedroom events, and I done heard everything about that. I done heard it all, you know. And the thing about it is, instead of the sister standing up and saying, "Hey, this is not how this works. This is the decency. This is the order that we do this thing in here." But I mean, again, how could you know how to do that when you're not in the ISUPK? Of course. Absolutely. Nobody has ever showed you or taught you a thing yet. Right. You're just in a Christian group that covers itself in our imagery.
Right. Absolutely. And I like that, man, because again, like and also too, like, and these are the same people who talk trash about the UPK, but it's like, why okay, you tried everything else in your life. Why don't you try this for 90 days and see if we are wrong and you are right? And I mean, 10 times out of 10, you are going to be wrong. Everything that you learn and you were taught, you will just learn a new form of Christianity. Because Christianity has layers. Like you said, Christianity is a drug. It has many layers to it. And what you learn is just how to be a different version of a Christian. That's all. But in the ISUPK, we are not Christians.
Right.
There's nothing Christian about us. That's why even the fake Israelites and Christians say, you know what, y'all do have the truth. They say it all the time, and we got it on video, by the way. This is not hearsay. We do have it on video.
And in Minnesota, there's so many brothers and sisters that want to be Israel, that want to be in the nation, that want to be a part of the real body, the one body of Christ that's spoken of in the Bible, which that is what the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is. It is the one body of Christ on the earth. That's right. You know what I mean? I know we call ourselves the ISUPK, and that's the name of, you know, of the group to separate us from everyone else. Right. But we are the one body of Christ. Everywhere that you look in the Bible and see the one body of Christ, that's talking about the men and the women and children at the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Exactly. Again, like you said, anything outside of us is a form of Christianity. That's it. Hinduism, Buddhism, witchcraft, voodoo, Satanism, but it has nothing and absolutely nothing to do with what you really want to get involved with. Because like they really want to come to Minnesota. They really want to come to the classes in Minnesota, but you're afraid.
I was just about to say that. It's one thing, fear. And that's the answer.
It's
you're
the
afraid.
Fear, you know?
It's the fear, exactly.
And the fear of, and it's not the fear of coming in here and participating. It's the fear of having to change all of the vile and disgusting things that you've picked up in this world from your family, from your friends, your so-called teachers, your child molester, your abusers, your domestic abusers, your financial abusers, all of the nasty things that you picked up
Right,
in your Christian church, Muslim mosques, and then all of those free spirited groups, all those Sun God, free spiritists, Grand Rising, everybody have orgy groups. All those nasty things and disgusting things that you picked up, those are the things that you fear.
Exactly.
When it comes to coming in here, because you know you can't be a disgusting monster and be around men and women who have given all of those disgusting things up. Even the demon in you won't let you walk into the door. You know, and if I could say one more thing, I don't want to take up a bunch of time. But it is, you know, I was thinking this morning, I was talking to this brother. We did a debate on Clubhouse not too long ago. Mm-hmm. We debated probably for like 6 hours straight.
I forgot all about Clubhouse.
And we on that thing. We be rocking on there. We capping on it. But this is the thing, right? It's a privilege to be in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. It's a privilege to be a part of the one body of Christ.
I agree.
It's a privilege. It's a blessing to have the truth and to be separate, to have a Holy Spirit that is separate, right? That's a blessing from the Most High. I'm not begging no woman, man, or child to be blessed. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, if you want to be a part of the one body and you want the blessing of the Most High,
you got to earn it.
You got to earn that thing, man. It's worth it. It's not grievous, right? But we're not going to bag you to come in here. Bag you. I cut the dude 1,000 times. I didn't even have my sword on me. Cut him 1,000 times and just told him, like, look, man, if you just want to be in the world, your family, and have a whole, Passover in your living room and create your fake Passover, that's fine. Right. But we all know that that's not the body of Christ. Exactly. That's not what the scriptures told us to do. Right. We're supposed to be gathered together for these holy convocations. Yeah. We're not supposed to be having them in our living room with our wife, the homie from downstairs or from across town and his kids. That's not no high holy day. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be gathering ourselves together. We're not supposed to be sitting outside of 7 Mile Discount with our own fake, doctrines and philosophies that we got off of YouTube and Twitter. We're supposed to be, you got a whole doctrine and philosophy off Twitter. And you want us to leave the nation of Israel that is all across the country and outside the country since 1969 to come and join you and your leader who gets pegged? Yeah. Like, we're supposed to walk away from everything and go with your leader that gets pegged. Good night. Or the guy who calls himself Yisrael the Third and the Nathaniel the Seven and all these crazy Power Ranger what is them names called off of them Avenger names and shit. This is out of control. It is out of control. The Christianity in these guys is out of control. And the fear of your leader not being able to come to every barbecue that we have. Right. The fear of your leaders not being able to come to the fire weekends we have. Right. Yeah. The fear of them not being able to come to the Passovers when the doors have always been open. Captain Tazariak did a hot seat the other day. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Anybody could have came on there. It was last night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Other night. I could say other night. Better word. Yeah, for better terms. Yeah. He did a hot seat. Yeah. And with the hot seat that he did, anybody could have came on there. Right. But where was all the naysayers? That's what I kept saying. I'm looking for all of the Israelites, the Israels, and Jerusalem's, and whatever you call themselves, the Yehudas, and I was looking for all the Yehudites. Yeah. None of them showed up. None of them. What happened? Also, none of them. Yeah. Where is the 7 Mile Discount? Yeah. Hebrew Israelites. Cat was like, man, Cat was just slaughtering fire everybody there. And they over here like, why you so aggressive? Why you just say? He's like, this is the hot seat. Yeah. It's not he like signing there like brother, like you said this is the hot seat. Nigga, ain't nobody stepped to me yet. Right. He waiting for it to get hot. It's not. He's in there all night waiting for the hot seat to get hot. And the hot seat never really got hot. Man, they
is it 2 Timothy 1:7? The Most High said that He doesn't give us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind.
That's right.
And that's that. That's what the Most High gives us. You know what I mean? But once again, it's not easy. Like it's not easy to be in a UPK. It would be a whole nother class to probably explain. Like, is it hard? No, but you have to give up your old everything, your old self. You have to really truly change in order to be in there. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. That's that.
And when the fiery trials come,
Absolutely.
and when the fiery trials come, because they're gonna come. And it's a lot of people who think that getting here is one thing, staying here is another.
Exactly.
Anybody can come and visit. I've seen thousands of people go in and out the door, in and out
I
the door.
call them visitors.
Right. We've been there now almost 2 decades. We've been seeing all kind of people come and go. But staying here is different.
It is.
See, every man is going to get his opportunity in fiery trials, and you'll see what you're made of when it's your turn.
Absolutely.
Because today is me, and tomorrow will be you.
Absolutely. And the greatest thing, though, with going through those trials is you have a foundation, you have support, and that's brotherhood in this class. I'm not saying in this school. That's what you have. And in order to survive and stick around and really, truly know what it means to serve the Most High. Because a lot of people find this like a facade, a phase. No, this is life or death.
That's right.
This is not something I'm going to do for 5-10 years out of my life and then go back to what I used to do. No. The Bible says to make your election sure. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to fight for every single day. While Satan is fighting to get you out of the truth, you have to fight to continue to be in the truth and to stay grounded. Because once again, there are people that come and go. All right? Is that going to be you? Or is it not going to be you? It's only up to you. You have to make it. Huh?
Tell me when we back.
We back.
Live right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and finish up Salaki. But I love this dialogue, by the way. So we were. That was when I'm back to the Hebrew, verse 39. All right. So Salaki, we had got cut off for a second, but now we back. Let's get back straight to the Hebrew and get this going, get out of here. All right. All right. All right, here we go. All right, verse 39. Wakia, Yamawak, Akia, Aimak, Wanamakar, Lak, La'a, Tayabad, Kawa, so it's like it, Bawa, Abadat, Ibad, verse 40. Kashakiyar, Katawasha, Yahaya, Aimak, Shanath, Hayabal, Ya'ibad, Aimak, verse 41. Wayataza'a, Mayamak, Hawa'a, Wabanyawa, Ainwa, Washab, Al, Mashapatakwa, Wa'al, Hakazak, Abath Yawa, Yashawab, verse 42, Kaya, Ibadya, Hum, Ashar, Hawataza Athwa, so like Hawataza Athya, Athon, Ma'arataza, Matazarian, La'a, Yamakarwa, Mamakarath, Ibad, verse 43, La'a, Tharada, Bawa, Baharak, Wayara'ath, Malahayak, verse 44, Wabadak, Wa'amathak, Ashar, Yahaya, Yahayawa, Lak, Ma'ath, Hagawam, Ashar, Sabayathak Yakam, Maham, Takwanawa, Ibad, Wa'ama, verse 45, last verse, Wagam, Mabanya, Hatta Washabiam, Hagariam, Imakam, Maham, Takwanawa, Wa Mama Shapatham, Ashar, Amakam, Ashar, Hawalayadya, so like Hawalayadwa, Varatasakam, Wahayawa, Lakam, La'akaza, and that's it on that. Clap it up. Yeah, we go ahead and speak this up. So we are at verse 39. Yeah, 39.
And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bond servant, a person work with no money, but as an hired servant, and as a sojourner he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee until the year of Jubilee. And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return into his own family, and unto the possession of his father shall he return.
Now, so like I do want to say this real quick, right? Like what is so beautiful about this is a contract. Like one thing that is not honored in this earth is a contract between the oppressor and anybody else, even from an oppressor to an oppressor, or an oppressor. As far as I'm gonna just say, a white person does not honor a contract when it comes to anything or anybody.
Never.
Let's look at Donald Trump, for example. Let's look at what's coming up. Thanksgiving. I mean, we are going to get into that. You know what I mean? And then that's a torch right there. You know what I mean? But yeah, like come on, man. Like that's something that's not honored. But however, in this scripture, you know what I mean, it shows that it's honored how this brother is going to work for someone else, and when their time is up, when their contract is up, you know what I mean? Oh, so like, yeah, no, I was gonna say, if you want, you can just slide it over and grab it. You got it. You know what I mean? Once the contract is up, he can go back to his home and take whatever was rewarded to him and go on about his merry day. All right, that was verse 41. I was gonna say, yeah, if you want to take it
42.
over, you got it.
I'm ready. 42. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as a bondman.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shalt fear thy God.
Mm-hmm.
Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen, that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of them children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren and children of Israel, ye shall not rule over, rule one over another with rigor.
Once again, like again, man, because because of this captivity, we don't know what true rulership looks like. This right here just explain perfect rulership. Understand this too, right? People always say, you know what I mean, oh, you know, like slavery to a certain extent, you have to understand this, right? Slavery is something that has always been around, okay? In the sense of this, right? There has always been somebody at the top and someone at the bottom who serves, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But what we have seen the example in the earth, the problem is that it has been with rigor, with the word rigor simply means like trying to think of this at the top of my head.
I can bring it out.
You got it. Go ahead.
Rigor definition.
Oh yes, severity or strictness. You know what I mean? Severity or strictness, demanding, difficult or extreme conditions. Oppression. There we go. I'll just say it. The oppression. Yeah, I mean that's what rigor is.
In this case, just being a
tyrant. I like
being
that.
mean, being abusive,
right?
You know, being
Unjust.
forceful, not considering them, not considering their feelings, not considering them at all. Just being just being bad to them.
Right. Yeah, and that's exactly what rigor is. You know
it says it says think, consider, or expect to be in the case.
Right.
So yeah, in other words, they just don't consider. You know what I mean?
Right. No. You too wild. No, the water for that. So okay, that was it on that part. Let me get back into the Hebrew. You already read 46 ahead, but it's fine because we finna knock this out because we gotta get all the way to 26 and verse 4, and then that's it. We just close out with the prayers, and that'd be that. All right. Let's go ahead and get it. Okay, cool. All right, this is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 46. Waha Thanakothum, a thumb. Labanya come. Akaria come. La Rashaf, Akazah, La Iwalam, Baham, Thaibatwa, Wawa Akiam, Akiakam, Banya, Yasha'ala, Ayach, Ba'akua, La'a, Tharada, Bawa, Baparak. Verse 47. Wakaya, Lashagad, Yad, Gar, Wata Washad, Aimak, Wamak, Akyak, Ainwa, Wanamakar, Lagar, Tawashad, Aimak, Aiwa. La Masha Patak, Salakia, Masha Patak, Gar, verse 48, Akaria, Namakar, Gala, Tahaya, Lawa, Akkad, Ma'akua, Yagalan, Slaki, Yagao, Yagao, Yagaowa. Verse 49. Awa, Datwa, Iwa, Bun, Datwa, Yagawa, Iwa, Mashar, Basharwa, Amashapakwa, Yagawa, All, Hashaga, Yahwa, Wanagal, verse 50. Wakashab, Ain, Kwanawa, Mashana, Hamakarwa, Lawa, I, Shanath, Hayabal, Wahaya, Kasap, Mamakarwa, Bamasapar, Shanyam, Kayamya, Kayamya, Shakiyar, Yahaya, Anwa, verse 51, Ain, Iwad, Rabawath, Bashiyanyam, Lapayan, Yashya, Galakwa, Makasab, Makonakwa, verse 52. Okay. Last verse. Ma'at, Nashiar. So Nashiar, Bashim, Shanath, Hayabal, Wakashab, Lawa, Kapya, Shanyawa, Yashya, Galakwa. And that's it on that. Let's keep clap it up. All right. We go back into the English.
47. And if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him, either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him. Or if he be able, he may redeem himself. And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him until the year of Jubilee. And the price of his sale shall be according to the numbers of years, according to the time of an hired servant shall it be with him. If there be yet many years behind according to them, he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according to his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption.
Now, one thing I love about I forgot about this part of the scripture because recently I just had a conversation with somebody about it was some brother that was telling me like, oh, black people bought slaves and had slaves as well, and there's some truth to that because when you had certain brothers and sisters who were freed slaves and went to go get their families back. So they bought them away from, out of the hands of the oppressor. That is a true thing. But however, were we oppressing our, the brothers and sisters that we were buying back, which were our families? Absolutely not. So you can't say that we are anything like the oppressor.
You know what's so cold about what you said, Priest? Is that when you think of slavery, you always think of people being hung. What's that?
I think it's his mic, because mine does that too.
Anytime you think of slavery, though, right? you always think of somebody being hung, raped, beat, pillaged, or taken advantage of, starved, put in a field, meant to work, crazy hours and stuff of that sort. Nobody ever thinks about that. When we said slavery, it had nothing to do with hurting or being violent to anybody. It wasn't about being violent to one another. Slavery to us was hiring somebody for a time and a time to do a job for us. And what they would do is sign a contract like we do to this day. People have signed contracts with other people to work for them for a certain amount of time in order to say get their CDLs,
Right.
or to do different stuff when they, graduate because they done paid for their schools or paid for their certificates. So again, that's one of the things that happens there. You understand what I'm saying? So when you hear slavery, it's that type of a situation with us. It's not whooping anybody in the back with whips. It's not putting our heads in barrels and making people laugh, laugh in barrels. Or it's not forcing them to breastfeed their children and our children and craziness like that.
Right.
No, we're not doing anything nuts like that. Our slavery was simply what they call an indentured servant.
Yes.
That's the slavery that we had. We had indentured servants.
Right.
They have committed crimes.
Right.
So when you hear the word slavery, you think criminal.
Yeah.
Because the best example that we have of slavery from these Eurocentric slave masters,
right,
are all violent crimes.
Absolutely.
So of course, when you hear slavery, you think violence. But in the Bible, when we describe slavery, it's not a violent thing. It's actually an opportunity to marry somebody's daughter. Yeah. Be a part of a wealthy family that's known for being in the truth. It's an opportunity to build and to have some land, gain some land, or gain some financial gain for you and your family off of a family that is more fortunate, that has some work for you. Right. That's so it. Yeah, it's deep what you said, because they do always want to make it seem like we as so-called Negroes was slaving and beating the hell out of our people and doing all. No, and of course you got traitors in every situation.
I was going to say that too.
There's a Judas that's always sitting right next to you.
Right.
There's a traitor that's always in your camp. There's always going to be a traitor there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's never been a time when Israel was Israel where there wasn't a traitor somewhere around. So, when we were coming out of slavery, of course, we had many traitors that, joined the slave taskmasters to help fetch us when we ran and beat us in the back when we did wrong and all the stuff. Like just on the movie Life. Yeah. Everybody see the movie Life and the white, with Eddie Murphy and what's the other one? Martin Lawrence. Yeah. And then they got the guys like, say, boss say this, boss say that. The shooting range, what he say, the gun line, boss. It's something up. Ooh, and you had dude, I forget his name. But, or the dude from, what's the Django movie? Samuel Jackson played the damn role too good.
Oh, yeah.
He played Samuel Jackson. Too good. He was too good. You know what I'm saying? He dang didn't make me want to turn the movie.
I feel like that was him acting.
I said to take a second look at the brother, but no. Yeah. The fact is, those were the kind of traitors that we had. Right. But we don't believe in the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, and committing slave crimes.
Right. Yeah.
Race crimes. We don't believe in being criminals of any sort.
Yeah. Right. And once again, we have a sense of justice. You know what I mean? They don't. You know what I mean? The scripture, what is it? It's either the 20, 29 and 2, 28 and 2, something like that. Proverbs, when it talks about how, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You know what I mean? Like when we have our slavery in a sense of when our oppressor is at the bottom, we are not going to treat them how they treated us. But however, there is a slavery that is coming near to them. You think with everything that they have done to us and continue to do, that they are not going to be brought up as far as charges? I mean, they are going to be punished, and slavery is going to be their punishment. And also, too, the slavery is going to be fashioned in the way that the Most High wants it. Absolutely. Not to our will, but to his will. That's what a lot of people always forget, because they be like, wait, so are you going to do this and do that to them? I mean, there's a possibility, but we are not going to be unjustly like they are. We are not going to be cruel and be tyrants. You know what I mean? We are going to do things in decency and order. Going back to that point. But all right, Salaki, let's that was it on that part, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and finish off the last 7, by the way. It's the last 7, then we're gonna jump to the prayers and we out of here.
51.
Oh no. Oh, did you read all the way to 53? I mean 52? I think you did. Yeah, you did. You read all the way to 52, okay. So I'm gonna go to 53.
To 55.
Yeah. And then read all the way into verse 4 of the next chapter, and then that's completely it.
Skip it, please. All
right. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 53. Kashakar, Shana, Bashana, Yahaya, Anwa, La'ah, Yaradanwa, Baparak, La'yanya, verse 54. Wa'am, La'ah, Yagol, Ba'ala, Bayataza'a, Bashana, Hayabal, Hawa'a, Wabanyawa, Anwa, verse 55. Kaya, Laya, Banya, Yasha'ala, Ibadian, Hum, Ashar, Wataza'athia, Awtham, Marataza, Matazarian, Anya, Yahweh, Alhayakam, verse chapter 26, verse 1, La'ah, La'ishwa, Lakam, Ayalam, Wapasal, Wa Matazaba, La'ah, Takwayamwa, Lakam, Waban, Mashikiyah, La'ah, Tatatanwa, Ba'aratasakam, Lahashah, Lahashah, Tawakath, Aya, Kaya, Anya, Yahweh, Aliyakam, verse 2, Ath, Shabbathya, Dashamarwa, Wa Makodashia, Thara'awa, Anya, Yahweh, verse 3, Bakadafia, Talakwa, Wa'af, Matadawathia, Tashamarwa, Wayashiatham, Atham, verse 4, Wanathanya, Bashirkam, Bayatham, Wanatham, Harataza, Yabawala, Wa'aitaza, Hashadah, Yathan, Haryawa, and that's it on everything. We just finish off in the evening. Finish off 53.
And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight, And I did put the definition of that in the chat. Yeah.
Perfect. Come.
For verification, because earlier we jacked it up. 54. And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him. For unto me, the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
And then chapter 26, 1 through 4.
Got it. Chapter 26, Leviticus 26 and 1. Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments, and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit.
Now, okay, I'm not gonna get too long with it with that, but that's self-explanatory. Of course, the first things first, not having anything before the Most High, like our job as Israelites, with the Most High being our power, we worship Him and Him only. The Most High is a jealous power, and of course, we know in the scriptures, and we should know right now, the moment that we go against the Most High, and the moment that we serve other gods, we become a destroyed people, and He uses those idols against us as well. Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Judaism, so on and so forth. It never benefits us, and we don't have any success. We always end up in hell, which we are in right now in captivity, because we did not follow what the Lord told us to do. And this is honestly going to keep happening until we get it right. And that's that, all right? So with that being said, I imagine which means to stand. All right. It's a lot here because we went over just a little bit. I'm just gonna we're gonna hit all the scriptures. I'll say Lord's Prayer, then the blessings and the power instructions. Yeah, just give me 1 second. All right. It's like, don't laugh at me.
Hey, come on, man. You've been doing this too long.
It's like, get a little better. All right, so once again, I imagine which means to stand, upon your put down, which means face the east. All right. Also, no, I got this. Otherwise, if you, here you go. I want to read the English.
I'll read the English.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that page looks on the last one. So, on the very last prayer. But otherwise, I'll start with the Hebrew. Yeah. So that's the Sabbath service protocol. So you want to skip that. All right. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malak Wafka. Naba'ah. Ratazak. Hayah. Aisha. Wa'aratazak. Kawah. Hayah. Bashemayim. Thalanaw. Makam. Yuwam. Wasalakinaw. Kabawakinawa. Kabawakinawa. Wala'ah. Taba'anaw. Wanasayuan. Abal. Hawashaynawa. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Waha'taparath. La'awlamiyam. Aman. You got it.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be
thy
done
will be done
in earth
earth
as it is in
as
heaven.
it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread,
daily bread,
and forgive us our
and
debts
forgive us of our debts,
as we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
Lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
So, bless Israel's the next one. All right, bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shah,
Barak Benawa,
Barak Alanaw,
Wayasha'ala,
Wayashar Allah,
Wahabayah,
Wahayah,
Saparia,
Sapari,
Barak,
Barak,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shah,
Tawana Aman.
What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us.
So, like, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shah, bless us.
bless us
In Israel,
in Israel,
in the school,
in the school,
in the name of
in the name of
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. I do kind of want to update this and change to Yahweh Shai. There's an updated one. So. All right, power structures.
I think it's tight say both.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people might still don't know.
Yeah, you're right. ISUK power structures. You see it? No, it's after that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. How does it look, by the way?
It's still good. It's good. You got it. It's good.
There you go. ISUK power structure. Oh, so like that's you, the English.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven,
King of heaven
and earth,
and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
name of Yahweh Shai.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evil and
The
curses,
evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment, destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen.
that speak against
That
us.
speak against us.
Thy
Thy
prophets,
prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the
the
priests,
priests,
the Israelite
the
brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and teachers.
and teachers,
Salaki, and the school.
and the school.
Send evil
To you,
and curses
curses,
and punishment
punishment,
and destruction
destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose the treasure
and shake loose the treasure
of the rich
of the rich
of Israel
of Israel.
that refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to get to the school,
Force their riches
force the riches
to enter into thy
into
sanctuary.
thy sanctuary.
Send evil and curses
Use the curse,
and punishment and destruction
punishment, destruction
to the
to
Edomites
the Edomites
and the nations and there.
and the nations and
And the nations and there.
there.
Drug dealers,
Drug dealers,
the court
the
system,
court system,
the prison system,
criticism,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our
all the
enemies,
of our enemy,
Amalek, synagogues,
Amalek synagogue,
and armies,
arms,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux
Ku
Klan,
Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
Skinhead,
Posse Comitatus,
Comitatus,
the gay movement,
the gay movement,
the lesbian
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies, workers of
Workers
witchcraft,
of witchcraft,
NASA space program,
and space program, Army,
Navy, Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet
open up the internet,
and the
and
airwaves,
the airways,
the cable access channel,
cable access channel,
and the radio
and
channel.
the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any
Convict the spirit of any
of the people
of the people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift
to
destruction
all the heathen
to all the
that
enemies
stand in the way
stand in the way
or try to stop us
try to
from
stop
broadcasting your words
broadcast your
throughout
word
the planet,
throughout the planet,
earth.
earth.
Let loose all the plagues,
Let loose all the plagues,
cause them to go
causing them to
to
go
and fro
to and fro
through the earth
through the
and
earth
consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house
Let the plague shake the house
of the thief and the murderer.
of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shah,
Let Yahweh Shai,
Michael,
Michael,
and Gabriel
Gabriel
come down
come down
with the flying saucers
flying saucers
and punish all the heathens
punish all the
that come up against us
come up against us
as we speak thy
and
words.
speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Cause to be known by all
that it is the angels,
that is the angel,
that it is the angels
that it is the angels
that have done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be spread
through the media,
through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake it thy come.
Cause them to shake out that
In
coming.
the name of Yahweh Shah,
Maybe Yahweh Shai.
thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. All right, sorry. All right. And then we're just going to salute each other. All right. All right, so Sar facing each other. All right, Minute Israel, Imagine, Mashabat, Imagine, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarak Thumb.
Yamatah, hands aside. Courtesy salute for the sisters. I guess it was Sar. Minute Israel, Imagine, Mashabat, Imagine, Barak,
Yahweh Shabbat Thumb. Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yamatah, class dismissed. All right, Shalom, Israel.